Hey folks, Mav's Dad here back with another watch review. I've got a pretty legendary Citizen dive watch for you today. This is the Citizen Promaster Automatic Diver, model number NY0040-09E. And I didn't see too many reviews of this on YouTube, so I figured let's go ahead and do one. So what we'll do is we'll open this thing up, look at the fit and finish, the features and the functions, the overall build quality, and then I'll give you my impressions of this pretty legendary Citizen dive watch. So here you go. This is one of a couple typical Citizen watch boxes you get, either the white one or the black cylindrical one. So open this thing up. Here's the watch. And of course you get your instruction manual, but these watches are so straightforward that you really don't even need this thing. I mean, they're really simple to set, so you really don't even need an instruction manual. But there it is if you want it. So let's go ahead and put this stuff away real quick. And what I'll do on the left-hand side of the screen is I'll go ahead and put all the basic specs, and we'll talk a little more in depth about some of those specs here in a little bit. You're looking at a 42mm case. It's 12 millimeters thick. You have a 20 millimeter bracelet on a rubber strap, and I'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about this strap later as well. It is 200 meters water resistant, which is 660 feet. It does have a screw down crown over here at 8 o'clock, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later as well. It's got a Miyota 8203 movement, which of course Miyota is owned by Citizen. It has Super Luminova C3 on all the indexes, and I'll talk a little bit more about those later as well. It has a mineral crystal. You're not going to get a sapphire crystal in a watch in this price range. These range anywhere from about $150 to $175. And there are a couple different versions of this. There's a yellow face version, which is really like the holy grail of this version. Of this watch. I mean, they don't even make them anymore. I can't find one. I've never seen one in person. But they have a blue face version of this, a yellow face version, I think a white face, and then this face. And I'll try to find all those links for you and put those in the description field. Anyway, it's windable but not hackable. So you can go ahead and unscrew the crown and wind it up, but the second hand is not going to stop when you pull the crown out. So it is windable, but it's not hackable. It does have a 45-hour power reserve. You've got your day and date function over here at 3 o'clock, and it's accurate to about plus or minus 15 seconds a day, which is average for a non-Swiss COSC certified watch. Those are accurate to about plus or minus 5 seconds a day, and these are about plus or minus 15 seconds a day. So there you go. So let's talk a little bit more about this bracelet. I've never been crazy about this no decompression limits that's been screen printed on these bracelets. I think it looks a little tacky. That's my personal opinion. Would it keep me obviously from buying the watch? No, because I actually, I bought this one. But I'm definitely going to try to get a different bracelet. I'm a stainless steel bracelet guy. I just like stainless steel bracelets better for some reason. There are very few rubber or neoprene bracelets on watches that I like. I did review an Aqualand, the Citizen Aqualand a couple weeks ago that had a really, really great bracelet. But I mean, this is a $150 watch, so you really do get what you pay for. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite, and I'm definitely going to get a different bracelet. There is actually a stainless steel, all stainless steel version of this watch. It comes with a stainless steel bracelet as well. And if anybody can find one of those and put it in the comment section, I would love to get a stainless steel bracelet for this watch. That's an actual OEM bracelet that Citizen makes, with a signed Citizen clasp and all that stuff. So anybody knows where I can get one, or one bracelet that looks very good on this watch, please let me know. I would definitely like to get one of those. Let's talk about the screw down crown over here at 8 o'clock. With a watch in this price range, it lacks a little bit of refinement. It is a little bit hard to unscrew and then screw back in. And I'm sure with the break-in period, it'll be fine. But it is kind of hard to unscrew it and then screw it back in. Just because the machining on this watch is not going to be at the level of, a $300 or $400 watch. It's just not going to be at that level. But, if you break it in, it will get easier to unscrew and then screw back in. Also, I'm kind of surprised that the Promaster logo is not on the crown as well. Most Citizen Promaster watches have a signed crown with the Promaster logo right there, and this one doesn't have it. Again, probably a cost-saving measure on Citizen's part, and not a big deal. But it does say Promaster obviously on the case back right there, but it doesn't say it. It's not a signed crown. So not a big deal. I mean, really not a big deal, but it would just be nice to see that. Talk about the face and the bezel. I love these indexes. These are probably some of the best looking indexes on any watch I've ever seen. They've got a really nice chrome bezel around them, as you can see. Plenty of Superluminova C3 has been applied. They have a great, nice dark green lumen. I'll give you a demonstration of that here in just a minute. I just love the overall design of this watch. It's just extremely legible. It's just very well done. Not too much writing on the face of the watch. You've got, automatic water resistant and 200 meters in red down there. And it's just very well done. I like the chrome bezel around the day and date, which is very nice. Just a very well designed watch. Easy to read, super legible, and super good looking. And I like the fact that this crown is over here at 8 o'clock. There's absolutely no way you're going to accidentally unscrew this crown with it being at 8 o'clock instead of over at 4 or 3. So neat little design feature there. So let's go ahead and try this thing on. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pause the video, try the watch on, then we'll come back. Hold on just a second. All right, folks, I'm back. So there you go. Has really nice wrist presence. Again, this band is this bracelet's pretty stiff because it's brand new. But if you got a nice stainless steel buckle there, you've got a couple rubber keepers over here. But it fits fine and it feels okay. It's just these bracelets, when they're brand new, they're super stiff. So there you go. So let's go ahead and test the lume out. I'll go ahead and take the watch off, and then I'll come back in a second. We'll test the lume out. Be back in just a second. All right, folks, I'm back. Let's go ahead and test this lume out. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and kill the studio light. And then I'll go ahead and get my mag light here, and let's go ahead and charge this lume up. And it's still pretty bright here in the studio, so I'm hoping this lume is going to show up pretty well. I think it will. All right. There we go. And as you can see, it's pretty bright. Now, it's not going to be as good as Seiko's Lume Bright for sure. But it's plenty bright. Pretty good for a Citizen watch. You've also got a little luminous pip here at the 12 o'clock on the bezel. So there you go. Good looking watch, great value for the money. They're just real famous out there for being a really good watch for 150 bucks. Between 150 and 175 depending on where you get it. And I'll put like I said, I'll put all those links in the description field so you can go out there and get them. And again, if I could find one of the yellow face versions of this, it's actually a yellow face and a yellow strap. Literally, that's the holy grail. That's the unicorn of these watches. You're just not going to find. I think they stopped making them like 5 years ago. So if anybody knows where I can get one, please let me know. But that's about it. Let's take a look at the case back real quick here. Of course, you got a laser etch case back. It's got some of the specs of the watch. Nice case back, nice case, very highly polished case. There are really no matte or brushed surfaces on this. It's pretty much all polished, except for right here in the lugs. It looks like that's more of a brushed finish. Again, very nice bezel. I've never encountered a bezel with no give on it whatsoever. So I really like the bezel. I like the fact that it lines up perfectly with the 12 o'clock index. Again, that being one of my pet peeves. So really nice watch. Great watch for the money. I would compare this to the 007, the Seiko 007. I can't really compare this to like a Seiko Monster. You're paying about $50 more. You're getting more refinement. But this is pretty much Citizen's answer to the 007, Seiko's 007. Really good watches, and that's why they've been popular for years and years. So if you like this video, please click on like. If you want to subscribe, please do so. I appreciate every subscription I get. I really do. And I'll try to answer any questions y'all have about this watch. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I think that's about it. So there you go. Again, this has been a Citizen Promaster automatic diver, model number NY0040-09E. And if y'all like it, go out there and get one. All right, until the next review, I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.